Louisiana Beer Reviews, limited edition 40th anniversary ale. This is a Hoppy anniversary ale from Sierra Nevada. This is a solo review. Well, David and I did a duo review, but I only got to try a few ounces of the beer, and I wanted to give it a better, maybe a little better review, because I didn't really get to think on it too much. I want to give it a second chance. 6% alcohol, 65 international bitterness units. This is celebrating the 1980 to 2020 anniversary. They're listing it as a 2020 spring seasonal right now, although this was packaged on December 3rd, 2019, so it is from 2019. It says hop forward beers weren't popular when we started brewing in 1980, but we loved them, and we knew that if we were going to open a brewery, we'd better make something distinctive. Okay. They weren't popular, but they were around. There was Ballantine IPA from the Falstaff Company. Now it's Pabst. There was Anchor Liberty Ale from 1975. They were around. You could find them if you looked hard, but no. There was Pabst Old Tankard Ale, another one, but a very hoppy beer, very bitter beer, but they weren't popular, no. Okay. 6% alcohol, like I said, 65 IBUs. They use a 2-row pale caramelized malt and a acidulated malt combination, plus oats. Cluster, Cascade, and Centennial are the hops. Ale yeast, of course. Gets a very good score on Beer Advocate, 89. That's what I scored it. I think that's right, in 89 when I initially reviewed it. 95 on Rate Beer, and a 97 in the style, which is like an India Pale Ale style. I don't know exactly what they're calling it. That's what I would call it. And a 75 on Untapped, which is pretty good for them. These are different kind of assessment protocol. It's getting cloudy. That's all right. I bought this at Trader Joe's, and it was $1.50 for the single. I also bought Early Times Pilsner. Bought 99 hops from Abita. I bought the Abita in 2020 Spring IPA, a new one. Bought some other stuff too. All right. Don't you tip over. Okay. Got a small snifter glass. It's kind of a thin, basically white head and an orange appearance. Yeah, it's orange. Bubbly orange. Definitely orange. It's about 66 degrees right now. I think that's about the temperature out here. When the sun was out, it was about 71, but that didn't last. It's not a weather report. It's a beer review, but it's hoppy. Hop resins. I do pick up, now this power is suggestion because I had forgotten it, or I didn't even remember that they had oats, but yeah, there's definitely an oatmeal type nose. A lot of bubble streams here. Muted. It's pretty bitter. 65 IBUs is pretty bitter. Not intensely so, but pretty darn bitter. Thinking of him next door. He asked me earlier today, "You want a beer?" I said no, because I have to do a rum taste challenge. And he said, "Oh yeah, you better not." And but he would hate it. So you get grain, like cereal grain, oily hop resin, like a West Coast style. type thing. High medium body. Is actually kind of heavy bodied. I didn't expect that. And a dry finish. There's something about it that just doesn't seem like an India Pale Ale, though. Like, they're not calling it that. They're calling it a Hoppy Ale. I'm going to go back inside and look at the... I don't have a phone or anything to look at. See what they're listing it as. There's a little fruitiness, that's subdued. White bread crust, that's subdued. It's an odd beer. Very good, but strange in a way. Unique. I guess that's a good idea. 40th anniversary, make something unique. I do believe they made a 30th anniversary in 2010. I don't remember tasting it. I think the bitterness is kind of coming across nice, building a little bit. I think 89 is a good score, and I think it's a fair score, but I think maybe it's a little too low of a score. Rapier score is too high. Don't think it's a 95 out of 100, but I'm going to settle down at 91 on the solo review. So 91 out of 100, an A minus, which is still excellent, an excellent beer for $1.50 a sample. And it's cheaper, I think, if you get the 6-pack at Trader Joe's on Perkins Road, Louisiana Highway 428, westbound. Not far off of Interstate 10. By the way, in Baton Rouge, but check it out. They had a interesting way they're setting up the beer now. They've got it all lined up, singles, with the price for each single now. They used to not have that. They would just put them all together, but I get maybe people were complaining like, I thought it was this price. Like the simpler times, it was 67 cents for the single can. But very convenient. You can look and see what the prices are. So that store is so organized. Trader Joe's, they've been owned by Aldi since 1979, by the way. Delicious product. A minus, Laissez-les Bon Temps Relais, an A minus beer. Interesting way to do it. Make a mass-produced beer for your anniversary instead of a barrel-aged kind of limited production specialty. Maybe they'll do that for the 45th anniversary or something. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.